This could be absolutely monstrous for the crypto space and Cardano. The longest government shutdown in US history ends after Trump signs funding bill. There is so much to get into, lots to cover off when it comes to Cardano ADA. What happens next? That's what we're going to find out. That's what we're going to dig into. If you enjoy this sort of content, hit the like button, subscribe. Let's waste absolutely no time. Let's go. So we're going to start here on coin market cap. The total market cap of crypto globally is up 0.86% at the time of recording and sits at $3.5 trillion, with Bitcoin back at $103. Well, 103,785.76, up 0.27% in the past 24 hours. We are here to talk about Cardano ADA. It's up 1.12% and sits at 56 cent 83. And look, I think we're very much at the start of something very, very positive. A lot to dig into. But Trump signing the funding bill is a really big deal. President Donald Trump signed the bill to reopen the US government after 43 days of widespread disruption and delays. And this could mean that we start to see things like the spot ETFs become a reality for Cardano and many other altcoins. Maybe not what the XRP community was after, but there's a lot to dig into still. And look, it's exciting times. I think that we can see some really interesting price discovery off the back of this news. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. Cardano card launches and ETFs unfreezed. Cardano price prediction targeting 70 cent. And again, we could see this actually come to fruition, right? It's going to be rather interesting whether that actually does happen, right? But for me, exciting times, a lot to dig into. There is a lot of news obviously coming out of the Cardano ecosystem right now. You've heard Charles talking about Cardano potentially flipping Bitcoin. We've heard, the Bitcoin bridge and the amount of TVL that could bring. It could single-handedly bring the most amount of TVL into the Cardano ecosystem. You've got the scaling solution with Hydra being able to sign more transactions or complete more transactions than even MasterCard. There's a lot to dig into, a lot of real positivity, focus on stablecoins, focus on DeFi, and then obviously being able to spend your crypto. Again, another really important and fundamental change. This all could, play into the future price, right? And obviously we've got Cardano price prediction target here of 70 cent. Obviously, nothing's guaranteed in crypto. You do risk losing all of your money if you invest in cryptocurrency. It's super risky, super volatile. So never invest more than you're willing to lose. Do your own research. And before you even make an investment decision, do speak to a financial advisor. I am not a financial advisor. Treat this purely as entertainment purposes only. Go away, do your own research. It's so important, right? But ETF decision delay amid US government shutdown could be coming to an end. So a ADA ETF delay is tied to the US government shutdown. These shutdowns can mess with a lot of financial processes, including regulatory approvals, things like ETFs. Fingers crossed that we get back on track soon, according to this tweet. And again, like you've got the Cardano Summit. YRX has partnered with Cardano and Emergo for the Cardano card. So again, just really positive news. And then obviously we've had $200 million worth of accumulation of the Cardano ADA token. And obviously we've got targets predicting over 70 cent for Cardano, according to this article. So look, I'm really excited. I think there's a lot of real positivity that we can take from everything that's happening in cryptocurrency right now. That's my view, my opinion. Let me know if you align with that or you disagree. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget you can stake your Cardano ADA to the cheeky crypto stake pool. The ticker is CHEEK. We have over 1,482 people delegating their Cardano ADA to our stake pool. We have 7.9 million ADA staked with us. Obviously, you can earn ADA rewards each epoch. Do check out the performance of the stake pool. There is all the details and everything linked in the description of the video. So do check all of that out before you delegate. But it really does support the channel, as well as obviously the ability for you to earn some more additional ADA. Large cryptocurrencies rise as Cardano increases. So this is, again, just talking about the wider market. If we actually bring the wider market up, we can see a lot of real positive movements in the crypto space. I mean, Zcash up another 12.34%. I mean, there's some big movers in here. I mean, AB, whatever that is up over 34%. Yeah, you've got Story up 7%, XRP up 5%. So there's a lot to take from, the fact that we've got a lot of, price increases. One thing that I've been telling our members, and I do encourage people to check out the free educational Discord, is my sort of thought on where I kind of see the crypto market right now. I do think that, with all-time highs and, increasingly new higher highs in the stock market, I do feel that that is a retail trap. I think we are going to get to a point where the smart money starts to roll out of stocks and into crypto, and then crypto will take off. So, just be mindful of that. I have some real concerns that there's a big trap when it comes to stocks. And we can see obviously here that some of the stocks are actually down. So maybe people are rotating out and into risk assets, something to be aware of, not financial advice. Treat this purely as entertainment purposes only, not a financial advisor. Cardano enters 21 shares FTSE crypto ETFs. So again, just more adoption, more positivity for Cardano, stuff that we really want to be keeping an eye on. Cardano ADA set to soar, according to this article, but can it rise higher than this DeFi crypto? And we're not going to get into the DeFi crypto. I think what we do want to think about is, what was Cardano's previous all-time high? How good was Cardano, from a fundamental viewpoint, from a technical viewpoint? Is it more superior now than what it was when it was at its previous all-time high? I'll let you put the dots together and join it all up. That obviously just my views, my opinions. Don't forget, I like to highlight some great opportunities. I think that Unity nodes is a fantastic one for you to go research. Generate rewards by verifying the Telecom grid from your mobile phone. With Unity, anyone can earn crypto rewards directly from their mobile phones by verifying the global Telecom grid. If you buy one Unity node, you get 200 licenses. You get some staked minutes tokens, some staked world mobile tokens. They're locked for 24 months. But the part that really interests most people that I talk to is the earning potential. You can earn up to $19,200 per month. That is obviously, not guaranteed. It will fluctuate. It is based on network performance, market conditions, and operator activity. So that would be based, this calculator would be based on you operating all 200 of those licenses. Go check it out. Link in the description of the video. Cardano Summit Day 1 recap. Tim Draper and industry leaders emphasize blockchain education, decentralization, and enterprise adoption at Berlin's, Cardano Summit 2025. Look, I want to just flag, right, the educational piece. This is what we do here at Cheeky Crypto. We do educational content. YouTube has been back at it and attacking channels. And really, it's just disappointing because we say that this is not financial advice. We say it's opinion based. We say that it's risky to invest in cryptocurrency. We make it very clear, not just in the description of the videos, verbalizing it in the videos as well. I don't know how clearer we can be. And it does feel like there is this real big agenda against crypto finance channels. Look, at the end of the day, if you can't talk about articles that are out there in the news and you risk having your channel taken down, although you mitigate all the risk by telling everybody transparently that you know, are not a financial advisor, that you should do your own research, you should speak to a financial advisor. I really don't know what more can be done. And I'm not just talking about us, I'm talking about, you know, all other crypto influencers. It feels like there's a real agenda against anybody that has an opinion these days. Obviously, I'm more basing that opinion on the UK as it stands. Cardano implements full on-chain voting framework. Again, the governance aspect of things very, very important. And then look, you know, I have rants, right? And I just had a rant about, you know, the fact that it's very challenging to have opinion based content that's educational, which is going to benefit people. This is, you know, sometimes even us saying that this is hype and shouldn't be covered. Alexa, stop. Blimmin' Alexa. So yeah, look, it's for me, it's important that we're able to have, you know, free speech. It's important for me that we can have educational content. You know, we've even been given a strike for something talking about an obscene price prediction, saying that, you know, it's not mathematically possible, and even that's got taken down. So like I'm left scratching my head. But a lot of this is stemming from the UK, the UK regulators working with others around the world, and yeah, very challenging. But the Kraken chief criticizes UK crypto restrictions, warns harm to retail investors, and like I got debanked in the UK. Like I think it's a major problem. The UK has got it all wrong. It's become a dictatorship, in my humble opinion. You know, people being arrested for hurty words, people, you know, not being able to, you know, peacefully protest if it goes against a certain ethnic minorities background. Say minority, they might not be a minority in the UK anymore with the amount of boats that come across the channel illegally, and people turn all of this stuff into a race battle, and it really isn't anything to do with race. It's about what is legal and what is illegal. And look, I've got to say that, you know, I think some of the activity in the UK is you know, borderline treason. But you can let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. But for me, you know, one of the big things that I've noticed over the last few years is that ultimately leaving the UK was the best decision I ever made. Second to that, my views and opinions are that you are held back in the UK. Like I talk to people in the US and what their earning potential is. The UK earning potential is so weak in comparison to a lot of other countries out there. You know, what you get paid for your 9 to 5 job is, you know, it's disgraceful. And actually, you don't realize until you actually move away or you speak to people from other countries how poor and unjust it is. So, look, I think, you know, people are being held back in the UK. I think the increase from the budget that will happen, I think on the 26th, is going to be really interesting. I know this isn't about politics, but when politics have such a big impact on, you know, education, people trying to help people better themselves, being, you know, transparent with what you are and what you are not when it comes to making content, being able to, you know, conduct business in the UK, it's become very, very challenging, not just in crypto. So look, at the moment, I think that the US is going to see what I believe is going to be a domino effect where we start to see better regulations around the world, including the UK. The UK, it kind of feels like the people in power right now, and it's just my opinion, it doesn't mean that it's got any accuracy. Do your own research on it, but it feels like the people in power in the UK are trying to destroy the UK. Very, very sad for somebody that is patriotic, and I am definitely anything but racist. Again, it's nothing to do with religion. If it was a different ethnic group, I'd be saying the same stuff. So, yeah, look, I think that it's rather challenging, and I think that the impacts that this is all having on, finance in general is really, really big. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.